Members of the business sector on the Corentyne want to play a supportive role in firefighting. More in this report. On Wednesday last, the Central Corentyne Chamber of Commerce met with stakeholders at Williamsburg on the Corentyne, where issues of bushfires and housefires were the main topics of discussion. President of the CCCC, Bigruj Punai, spoke with Channel 8 News on the general purpose of the meeting.
What we have really noticed of this period, for the last month, especially since the dry spell has taken over, as we know, there is an unusual weather phenomena, if we have to say right now, in across Guyana, not just Berbice alone. And we have noticed that there have been more than normal fires in the communities, different communities, and different reasons the electrical, people burning garbage, different things happening, and we have a lot of fires. So what we are trying to do right now, we are trying to look at all the stakeholders, which is like the Guyana Fire Service, the Guyana Police Force, GPL, Guyana, because we have noticed in Rosal, if you notice Rosal and outlying areas, there's been fire hydrants was installed a year or 2 years ago. But to be honest, I'm not really sure if those hydrants, how functionable they are. So we don't want to wait until there's something happen and then want to experiment to know if it's working or not.
Mr. Punai further added,
so we are gathering all the stakeholders here this afternoon, hoping that we can have some clarity as to what's happening, as to know how prepared we are for the eventuality that there is a fire, and how the Central Corentyne Chamber of Commerce can assist the Guyana Fire Service in providing a better service if such a thing can be done. As viewers would have known that the Central Corentyne Chamber of Commerce has been very instrumental in building the Rosal Tongue Fire Station, the only one of its kind that was built and handed over to the government of Guyana. So we have vested interest in the fire service. We have over the years tried to upgrade, tried to help in whatever way we can. And when that fire service had started, we had lobbied for volunteers from around communities and asked the Guyana Fire Service to train people, the regular civilians, to train them that in the eventuality that there is a fire, we can have civilians come and assist whenever they can because they would have basic fire training skills. Also, we would like to have Guyana on board to know, as I said, with the fire hydrants, if there is a fire, what should be done, who need to be contacted, what are the emergency measures to be taken, the Guyana Police Force, how prepared are they to control crowd control in a tongue area if there is a fire.
During the meeting, it was disclosed by the relevant stakeholders that the Rose Hall Tongue Fire Station is both understaffed and ill-equipped as it relates to fire trucks, while there is also a shortage of human resources at the police station. In attendance was the mayor of Rose Hall Town, His Worship Dave Budhu, who spoke on a few related topics after listening to the remarks of the senior ranks of the Guyana Fire Service and Guyana Water Inc.
We can have people for training. That is assured for us. What I was thinking about, since we know that the town is moving and developing faster at a quick rate, the chambers, we have to start identifying spots. I think that is one of the things we can do now as a team, identifying the spots for the chambers. We know the road project will be at least to a certain area. We're not looking at the road, we're looking at it inside, especially the new houses being put up here. We got to start looking at that. Mr. Leach was saying that sometime in September, we're supposed to get 24-hour water supply. Now, if that comes into place, then the fire hydrant should take effect. If that is possible, what you see, then fire hydrant will take effect. At the same time, I'll also ask GWN at this meeting, if we are going to say that we can sectionize, then if we are going to give 24-hour water supply, then we should start putting boundary bars to sectionize so that we can manage the water a little bit more. If we wait for before, then we can Bougival comes into place.
Yes, Bougival coming to play here, but again, network, Irremigan, modifying.
We understand that. But still, we can still put some just to.
Yeah, we could work.
Why I keep saying that? We're looking at the centers, most of the centers, like Archo, Tulsi Street.
The CCCC will meet with the stakeholders at a later date to further discuss a plan of action. Michael Khan, Channel 8 News.